I'm going to expand on last week's video and show you how to track who shared the card to their friends and family and send them a message thanking them. And I'm going to show you that now.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon.
All right, so let's get this party rocking. We are going to extend from what we talked about a week ago with the share card, and we're going to add a little more functionality to that, a little more functionality to that, and actually also send back to the person that shared the card a message. So we're going to go into, so last week what we did is we had a card that we were sharing, and we were just saying share this card with a friend and family on Facebook Messenger. They'll get the same deal. Just tap the share button. So they share it. What we're going to do today, and let me see, did I have one here? That's not it. I'm just going to go back out, and we're just going to go to the share card that we used last week. And so basically what we did is we shared the card. And here's the card that we actually shared. So this is instructions that come up for, let's say you're in the offer and you get to the point of getting this share card, and it's telling you share the card with your friends and family and they'll get the same deal. Just tap the share button below. And then they share it. And then it just says click the card to get the offer. A friend has shared this card with you so you can get the same awesome offer. With this, it's basically we're using the card URL to do the referral through the ref URL. And I got a link above to the previous week's video. And then at the end of this video, you're going to have a list of a bunch of different videos where we're expanding on this coupon redemption process with the share card so that you could go through the whole thing. And so there's going to be links enough that you could go through them all. But this way, it's just basically they're going to click on the card to fire off the ref URL to get into the offer themselves on the shared card. What we're going to change is, and the thing is that, it's come up that Facebook does not want any incentives for people to share cards and stuff like that. It's really against the TOS. So you want to be very careful on how you state these things in here. But what I'm going to show you is a way to track who is sharing the cards. Granted, however if you want to reward them and do something, I would just not put it in any verbiage that is, near the card, because you can get in trouble with Facebook and they could shut your page down. Though you're able to track, what I'm going to show you today is you're able to track who is sharing the card and then indicate who actually redeemed it. And the person that's sharing it can see which friends actually did it and, those types of things. So this is the card that we had. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change that card a bit. And so basically it just still says share this card with your friends and family on Facebook Messenger. They'll get the same deal. Just tap the share button below. This is coming in through the coupon process, redeeming those types of things in this flow here. And so you can kind of see there's some things going on to see if they actually have the offer, the donut offer, stuff like that. And again, this is going to be linked. Actually, it's either going to be up here or at the end of the video. You're going to be able to go to this coupon redemption, and you could start from there. The video you're watching right now is a small section of this, which would be right down in here, where we're going to, off the getting the offer, we're going to use a smart delay for a minute, or how long you want to do it. I'm doing it a minute so that it pops up. You can do it longer. You could do it an hour. You could do it 4 hours. You could do it 24 hours. It doesn't really matter. whatever you want to get. But it is a great organic way to get more peeps into your offers. And this, again, can be used for many different niches. It's not just restaurants or not just gyms. I mean, you can use it for anything. Any offer that you're running through ManyChat, you can add this onto it to expand and really leverage your ad spend if you're running ads to the offers. So what we're going to do is, you delay it, and then you're going to go to another flow, which the share card was the one I was just talking about that we did last week. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to this one, share card with a referral. And so we're going to change, we're going to change this. I'm just going to change this to that. Delete that, grab a different flow. And we're going to grab with the referral. And you can see that it has the get offer button on it. And that's what they're going to click on. So I'm just going to publish that so that we have that changed. I'm not going to run this through this. We kind of get it. You can look at the other videos. Basically, they're going to come in, get the offer. It's going to delay, and then it's going to give you the card. Now we're going to go back to this card that we're building. So the difference between the two is, one, you clicked on the card to get the offer. Here, they're going to click on the get offer button. And the reason being is in a card URL, we can't put a parameter on the end. Because see, you can't bring in user ID, as you can see. It's just the functionality isn't there on the URL card. But it is on a button. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a button. So it's the same card and same verbiage, though I did change this. Click the get offer button, and I'm pointing down, versus click the card to get the offer. So you are going to change a little bit. Before they click the card, now they have to click the button. And the reason behind that, and so what we're going to do is we're going to take this out, because we don't want them clicking on the card URL. All right. We don't want them clicking on the card URL, because then it won't track who actually shared it. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the get offer button. So what I did is I added, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to delete it. So all I did from the original card, one, I changed the title and got rid of the card URL. So there's two things I did there based on the last week's video. And what I did is then I said get offer. So I'm adding a button, and we're going to go to a website. And what it is, it's the rough URL that we created in the last video. And we're going to go to the growth tool. Here's the growth tool. And I'm just going to go out to widgets. And so what I did is, and that's another thing, is just to make sure that you are creating a rough URL per month. So that way you can track how many opt-ins, impressions, conversions, those types of things based on that month's organic reach with the share card. And so we're going to use the same rough URL for this card, and then coupon redemption. So when you set up this rough URL, we are going to send them to that offer flow, which is this one. No, not that one. No, that's the card. Here it is. All right, here's the coupon redemption flow. And again, there's going to be links that you can go watch how to build this as well. Last week's video worked on just using the card URL to share, and now we're working on the button share. Button get offer. The card URL redeem or get offer. Or now we're going to replace that with the button. And so in this growth tool, we connect it to that flow, And then here's the ref URL. But what we did is we created a custom field, shared card user ID. And we are going to use that to store the user ID. And all you got to do is put 2 minus signs or dashes at the end of the URL, and then put the field that you want. So I just put in -- double quotes, and I find the user ID, and there we go, we're done. So we're done with this share card, and I'm going to publish it. And there it is. It's pretty much the same as the other one, except we swapped out where the URL is, and we changed a little verbiage, we added a button. So, and then in the coupon redemption flow, we are going to point to that after we're going to do an automatic continue on the offer. We're going to continue to a smart delay, and the smart delay is going to serve up that card that we just did. It's going to start another flow, serve up that card. And let's see. So this is the old, no, this isn't the old one. This is the one that I was playing around with. And you don't want, because, you know, I'm not using that one. I'm using this one. So we have the growth tool, and the growth tool is going to put the parameter that we're passing into this custom user field. So now we have the rough URL set up. Now what we want to do is we want to set up a rule. And this rule is when that shared card user ID gets changed to any value, that it's going to run another flow. And this one's going to be share card thank you message. And what the share card thank you message does is going to do just an external request. And what we're going to do here is we're going to actually call the public API, the ManyChat public API, to send a message saying, hey, thanks for referring your friend. And how you build this is, we're going to build this from scratch. So I'm just going to double click on the outside. So you're going to build another flow, just a brand new flow. You're just going to click on actions, and you're going to go down to external requests. You need to do pro version to do these. Most of the stuff that I'm putting together, usually you need the pro, because I use a lot of the pro features. So we're going to click on that external request, and then we're going to open this up, and we're going to do a post. And how you find this is I'm going to go into audience, or now I'm going to go into settings. We're going to go into API, and there's the API. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to click on this link that, all right, I'm just going to leave myself there because I'm going to have multiples. Basically what we're doing is I clicked on the link to go to Swagger. And what I want to do is point out some of the endpoints, basically, as far as the public API that we could use to send information to the person that sent the card, shared the card. And so when you go down, what you're going to do is going to go to sending, and you're going to send content. You're going to send either content by ref URL, or you're going to send the flow. Actually, the two that you're really going to look at is send content or send the flow. Send content, you're going to set up data, and basically JSON data, to send to them. In the flow, you would find a flow number, and you'd send that to them. So let's look at the message. So the message one is we need a user ID, we need data, which is a message, and then this message tag. And so what we're going to do is go into this. So what we want here is we want the URL, and the URL is going to be cancel that for now. I'm going to go over here. So always starts with https://api.manychat.com. And then you take the rest /Facebook/sendings/send content. And that's what we did here. Right here. And that's the endpoint there. So you always are going to start it with the API ManyChat.com. I'm just going to copy this. And we're going to bring that over here. We're going to put that in just like that. Now we can send it out. And actually what I'm going to do is, so you kind of get the gist of as far as building it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to save this. I'm actually going to go to the one I have done. It's just be easier. So once we showed you how to get this, and you're always going to stay with post. So if you're looking at this, it says post. So then you know to do a post to that endpoint. Post to that endpoint. You know, some of them say get, and you're going to get. So you're going to do something different. But this one, you're going to do a post right there. And then what you need to do is you need to use the token and authorization to get this to work. So what you're going to do is you're going to create headers. And so I'm just going to go back. You're going to go into this one, and you're going to say request header, and then a request header. You're going to do 2 of those. All right. And those 2 are going to be authorization. And then you need your API key to do this. And so where the API key is we went into settings, we went into API along the top there, and here's your token. Now, if you don't have a token, it's going to say generate, I think, token, something like that. You're going to push this button to get your token. All right. Once you have your token, and so long, it goes way out over here. Once you have your token, what you're going to do is you're going to put in bear space and then the token. All right. And then the second header, you're going to put accept as the key. Here's the key. The key is like authorization, accept, and then you're going to put application JSON. Application /JSON. All right. And that's what the headers are going to do. Now, as far as the body, this is where we're going to send the message to them. And remember when we were looking at Swagger, you needed an ID, you need data, which is the JSON data, and you need a message tag. All right. So what I did is I have my subscriber ID, and then it's the test. Actually, it's test. What I'm going to do is it's going to be the other one I just created. S_user, share card user ID. That's what we're going to use. Right now it's blank because I didn't put anything in it, so it's going to show blank over here. Then you're going to have data. And that data is going to be in 2 curly brackets. So if you look at this, there's curly brackets. So in between there, that's where you're going to put that. And we could test this out. So how you would use Swagger just to test things out is you're going to do authorization, and then you need to put in your token, and you need to start it with bearer. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back here. I'm just going to copy this and put that in there. Authorization, and we're good. So now I can actually try this. So we're going to try this. I'm going to put in need my ID. I'm going to grab that, put that in there. I'm going to grab the text that I have in here just to show you how you need to format it. It should work. Now let's execute it. And we got 200. Success. All right. So I should have a message here. There you go. Thanks for sharing the donut offer with full name. They just got the offer. So the full name is just, it didn't fill it in for me. Because I didn't have anything here to fill it in. So it just put in full name in there. All right. But what you're going to do is, if you look at this, I have a substitute in there because there's no connection to a subscriber when you're doing this necessarily because you're sending a message out. But it did work. And so that's what you do is you build this JSON in there. Now, if you wanted to figure out the JSON, so when you're in Swagger, here's data format. That's what I'm looking for. See, I have it up here already. So if we go back in to body, what I wanted to do is get to, when you're in Swagger, what you want to do is click on this link here. It's going to give you the JSON, how to lay out the JSON with version 2, content, messages, all that stuff. This is going to teach you how to create this message and how to format it. You can put emojis in like you can see there. So once we have this done though, and we're going to save that, and I'm just going to delete this other one that we don't need. And move myself, publish that. So now we have the message done. And so we go back to the rule. We said, okay, when share card user ID gets changed, fire off this flow. All right. So we got that flow is going to fire off and send a message. So we have all the pieces together now. We're going to go back to here. So, oops, here's the redemption. Here's the coupon redemption. So you run an ad, they come in here, they get the offer. So they get the donut offer and it slides down through here, delays for a little bit, and then they get a card to share. All right. So we're going to kind of take it from there. And I'm going to find, where did I put that? Here's the new card with the button. So let's just say I went in the offer and I said, sure, all right, I'm going to preview this. And so it's like I went through the donut offer and it's saying, share this card with your friends and family on Facebook Messenger. They will get the same deal. Just tap the share button below. And then it just says, click the button, get offer button. A friend has shared this card with you so you can get the same awesome offer. So I got this during the coupon redemption. So I'm going to share it with a friend. And I'm going to actually share it with myself. And I'm going to send it to myself. All right. So now I shared it with a friend. Now I'm a friend of myself. And I got it. And it says, oh, click the get offer button. A friend has shared this card with you so you can get the same awesome offer. And so I'm going to click the get offer button. So I'm going to get the offer and it's going to come up and tell me that I already have the donut offer. Hey, Jeff, I see you got the donut offer but haven't redeemed it. Come on in before it expires. So that's one of the messages in the donut, the coupon redemption. And then you can see this message right below. Thanks for sharing the donut offer with Jeff Kabinski. They just got the offer. That got triggered from your rule because this got updated. And I can show you that. And then fired this flow off. The flow is this one, which just sent this message to me, or it would be to whoever shared the card. That is it. That is how you actually enhance the shared and actually track and then actually thank the person that shared the card. Like I said, too, is if you want to you could do some other things. You could send them to a flow. So if you have a flow that you want to send them to, you could do that instead versus just sending a message. Next week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand on this even more, and I'm going to put a point system into place. And the point system will be based on purchase. So any purchases that you or as the subscriber would do, but also their friends and family that they referred that, share the card with. And so then you could reward them in some way once they get to so many points on their punch card. And I'm going to show you next week this whole system, and we'll expand the coupon redemption process in the same flow. That concludes our video for today on how to track who's sharing the cards with their friends and family, and then actually send them a message thanking them. This can be used for many different niches. And if you want the full-blown coupon redemption flow and all the other bells and whistles, just look for a link here at the end of the video. You can get that part of it as well. And then add these share cards. Last week, we just talked about sharing the card. This week, we talked about tracking who's sharing it. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. I'd be happy to answer them. And as always, like the video, share it across the world, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out at any future videos. Click the little bell so you do get notification when I upload a new video. Down in the description, I do have a link to a great Facebook group. Come on and join us, all like-minded people sharing things. And as always, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.